Recording in progress.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
Right. So today I have shared a set of MCQs and also part A type of a question. So we'll discuss the MCQs 10 by 10, right? I have shared this already in your group as well. You can start writing the answers now. Turn on your videos. Okay, Sayul. Keep your videos on and do the work. Hey, check the first 10 or 11. Yes. Please turn on your videos, right? I don't need to mention the names. You know that you need to turn on the videos. Yes. Hari. You can mark your answers. Yes, Akitya, Svetana, Sasen, Savindu, and Tinuga. Hari. The first one, which is an inorganic compound found in highest proportion of the body of organisms. What is it? Inorganic compound. What's your answer? Yes, all of you.
Water.
That is water. Yes. If it is the organic compound, what is your answer? Yes.
Carbohydrate.
Carbohydrate. Yes. Now here, since it says inorganic compound, it is water. A polysaccharide stored in an animal body is, yes, stored type of carbohydrate in animals. What is it?
Glycogen.
That is
Glycogen.
glycogen. Yes, that is glycogen. What is the unit of momentum?
kg/ms -1.
Yes, that is kg/ms -1. You know P, momentum, P equals mv, right? I need the answers from all of you. Then number 4. Electronic configuration of element A is 282. Electronic configuration of element X is 287. What is the chemical formula of the compound formed by the combination of elements A and X? Yes, Chamod, what's your answer?
Miss, I'm not sure about that one.
Why? You have to be sure. Yes, yes, we'll ask from Sanuti.
AX2.
AX2. Let's see. So A, since the electronic configuration is 282, you know that the valency of A is 2. Right? A can remove those 2 electrons and obtain a stable noble gas configuration, that is 28. So the valency of A is 2. X, the valency, electronic configuration is 287. Can gain 1 electron and obtain a stable electronic configuration like argon 288. Therefore, the valency of X is 1. Then you have to exchange the valencies, that is A. Then this 2 belongs to X. As Sanuti told that it is AX2, the second answer. Harida Chamod.
Okay, Miss.
දැන් මේවා හොඳටම පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනේ. Then consider the sorry 1 4 2 1 3 4 4 2. Right. Number 5. Consider the following statements regarding atomic structure. Atomic structure. What does it say? Planetary model of an atom was introduced by Ernest Rutherford. Is it true or false?
It's true.
True. Negatively charged electrons are found inside the nucleus?
No.
False.
False. They are found in the energy
False.
levels. When moving away from the nucleus, the energy increasing, the difference between the energy levels also increases. When moving away from the nucleus, the energy increases. That's true, ne? Energy increases. The difference between the energy levels also increases or reduces. Yes?
Reduces.
Reduces. When we are drawing, I told you, now this is the nucleus and the first energy level, second energy level, third energy level. They become closer to each other. That means the energy difference in between the energy reduces, right? Energy increases, difference in between energy reduces. Also increases is wrong. Therefore, A and B are true. Ned. 5 answer 1.
Teacher, isn't B wrong?
B wrong ne. Oh ne, only A na. වැරදි දාලා first A and B correct කියලා mark කළා නේද? Yes, only A is true. That is the third answer. Right. An object of mass 4 kilograms is moving in a straight line with an acceleration of 4 ms minus 2. What is the amount of force exerted on the object in the direction of the motion? What is it? F equals ma. M is
MA.
4. A is 4. 4 into 4. 16 Newton. MCQ එකක් නේ ලියලියෙන් ඕනෙත් නැහැ. Can get the answer that it is 16 Newton. හරිද එනුලි? Akitya, Sasen, Sayul, Savindu, Sahil, okay, Sahil told me. Netmira. Hari, which of the following is a deficiency symptom of element nitrogen? Fluorosis in mature leaves. Oh, what is it?
First one.
Fluorosis in mature leaves. Hari. So tell me, due to which deficiencies these occur? Drying of the tissues at the tips of the leaves. The tip dies. What is the deficiency?
Calcium.
Calcium deficiency. Then extra thickness in leaves.
Zinc.
Yes?
Zinc.
Zinc deficiency. Yes, Hiruja. Excessive thickness in leaves. Red and purple patches on leaves.
Phosphorus.
Phosphorus deficiency. Hari. Nehe mataka tiyenna one. 7 answer 1. 8. Which of the following statements are correct regarding proteins? Hari. Protein is used in energy generation. Is that true? Yes, Svetana?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
When lipid and carbohydrate levels are not adequate, proteins also take part in the production of the generation of energy. All proteins are enzymes.
Wrong.
Yes, all proteins are enzymes. All enzymes are proteins, right? All enzymes are proteins. Okay? Proteins act as hormones. Yes or no? Proteins
Yes.
act as hormones. Yes, there are certain hormones like growth hormone, insulin, which have a protein origin. So some of the hormones are having a protein origin, while some of the hormones are having a one origin, the lipid origin, right? Therefore, A and C. A and C. That is the second answer. So you have to be very careful when you are answering the MCQs, right? You have to read all the 4 choices and select the most appropriate one. දැන් මාත් මෙතන වැරද්දක් කළේ. මෙතන හරියට මාක් කරගෙන වැරදි answer එකක් තමයි underline කළේ. So we have to be very careful when answering the MCQs. Read all the 4 choices, right? And if you take now you are given 40 MCQs, මෙතන නම් තියෙන්නේ 30 only. එතකොට 40 MCQs කියන්නේ you get 40 marks out of 100. 1 mark for 1 MCQ. එනිසා MCQ එකක් කියන්නේ ගොඩක් වටිනවා. හරිද? 100න් එකක්. Number 9. Which of the following is method increasing friction? Method of increasing friction. What is it? Increased friction.
Third one.
Third one, we'll see. Reducing the roughness of contacting surfaces. Reducing roughness means friction reduces. Applying lubricants, lubrication oil between the contact surfaces. Friction reduces. Etching grooves on the surface of the tires, that will increase the friction. because the surface becomes rough. Inserting ball bearing between the contact surfaces friction reduces. 9 answer 3. 9 answer 3. Then number 10 and 11. Which of the following answer contain metal, metalloid and non-metal elements respectively? Metal, metalloid and non-metal in order. What is it? Yes. Can metals ගත්තොත් lithium, beryllium. Oh, මට දැන් උදව් කරන්න ඕනේ. You have to help me to find the answer.
Aluminium.
Yes. Aluminium. Then sodium. Cool. Magnesium. These are metals, right? These are metals. What are the metalloids available? Metalloids. Oh,
silicon,
Silicon.
boron,
boron here. හරි. ඊට පස්සේ non-metals. Non-metals.
Nitrogen. Oxygen. Chlorine.
Non-metals. Phosphorus here. Neon. Nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. These are non-metals. Right? එහෙනම් අපෙන් අහන්නේ metal, metalloid and non-metal in order. Metal, metalloid, non-metal in order. That is the second answer, right? Second answer. Yes, Disini, Akityako, Savindu, Pavani, Sasen, Netmira, Pen innone. Which of the following is a strong basic oxide? So you know, oxides of metals are another. Oxides of metals are
basic,
basic. Yes, oxides of non-metals are acidic, right? Okay, Akitya. එතකොට මෙතනින් අහන්නේ strong basic oxide. Magnesium oxide is basic. Sodium oxide is basic. P2O5 phosphorus pentoxide, that is acidic. There. Okay, Chamod. Acidic. Phosphorus pentoxide, that is acidic. Because it is a non-metal. What do you know about aluminium oxide? Al2O3. Yes. Can? Yes. Tisini, what do you know about aluminium oxide? It is the only what? Yes. Only. Oh, මතක නැද්ද කාටවත්? Yes. I think Sanuti is going to say. Only?
Amphoteric.
Yes, it is the only amphoteric oxide having both acidic and basic properties. Only amphoteric oxide. Right? You have to remember, right? You have only 6 lessons for the first term. Then A6 lessons වල ඕන තැනකින් අහුවාම මතක තියෙන්න ඕනේ. දැන් අපිට ප්‍රශ්නයක් දෙනවා. Magnesium oxide and sodium oxide. Strong basic. Which is the most reactive metal out of these? Magnesium or sodium?
Sodium.
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 Therefore, strong basic oxide is sodium oxide. The third answer. 11 answer 3. හරිද? දැන් පාඩම් කරන්න ඕනේ. හෙට නිවාඩුවකුත් තියෙනවා මං කිව්වනේ ගිය සතියේ. ඒ වෙලාවේ තව වැඩ ටිකක් වැඩිපුර කරගන්න. හරි නේද? දැන් පුතේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ මෙහෙම කරාදී අමතක දේවල් නෝට් ඩවුන් කරගන්න වෙනම නෝට් පොඩි නෝට්බුක් එකක් තියාගත්තත් කමක් නැහැ. ඊට පස්සේ you can, I hope that you have made that checklist with the topics and columns in front. So you can put a tick once you remind these. කරන්න. දැන්ම ඉඳන්ම කරන්න. Sorry, continue from the 12th one. Yes, finished. Yes. 11 to 20. 12 to 20. Hands up those who are still doing. And please turn on your videos. Then monkey pasara Q1 Only 2 of you sent excuses. The others have to turn on the videos. Yes. You have finished the first 20, then continue from the 21st. You are in is the account.
Excuse me, teacher.
Shall we discuss then? Alamuda. Hands up those who are still doing. Naneda. You all have finished. Hurry. Let's discuss then. But you are given only 1 hour for 40 MCQs. Hurry. Turn on the videos from question number 12, no? Hurry. The substances that are produced within the organism to increase the rate of biochemical reactions are known as, yes, all of you, Daisy. Yes?
Enzymes.
Enzymes. Enzymes are the biochemical catalysts or biological catalysts. They speed up the biochemical reactions that take place in our body. All enzymes are proteins, right? All enzymes are proteins. Yes, yes, Hiruja, Akitya, Sasen, Savindu, Inuli. Akitya, okay, Akitya told me that she's on her way home yet. And Sayul. The others, yes, yes. Then a stone falling vertically down after from rest takes 4 seconds to reach the ground. A stone falling vertically down after from rest. It is falling down from rest. So the word rest is very important because even if it is thrown vertically upwards, the downward motion starts from 0, right? The initial velocity is 0. It takes 4 seconds to reach the ground. So you know the downward motion is, what is the type of motion? Downward motion. Yes, හැමෝම කතා කරන්න. එතකොට ඔයාලට හොඳට මතකත් හිටිනවා. Yes, the downward motion is?
Gravitation.
Yes, what type of motion? Is it a uniform velocity, acceleration, deceleration? What is it? The type of motion.
Acceleration.
That is a uniform acceleration because it is falling freely under gravity. Therefore, the value of acceleration is the acceleration due to gravity, 10 ms minus 2. What is the velocity when it reaches the ground? When it reaches the ground, you asked about the velocity. So, what's your answer, Dihen? Yes, Dihen. Yes.
40 ms minus 1.
He says 40 ms minus 1. Yes. So we can substitute for the equation A equals V minus U divided by T. So A is 10. We don't know V. Then U is 0. T is 4. V minus 0 is V. V equals 40 ms minus 1. That is the fourth answer. Right? Or else, without doing a calculation, you know, it is falling at 10 ms minus 2. It means that in each second, the velocity increases by 10 ms minus 1. Right? So it started from 0. Then in each second, the velocity increases by 10. So at the end of 4 seconds, the velocity should have increased by 40 ms minus 1. Harine? Then, which of the following does not have carbon, hydrogen? Does not have, right? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen as its structural element. What is it? Yes. Oh.
Cutin.
So what are the things that you know? What is amylase? What is amylase?
It's a protein.
That it is an enzyme. So you learned that all enzymes are proteins, right? So it contains CHON and sometimes sulfur, right? Then what about cutin? What is cutin? Yes. Cutin. Where is cutin available? Cutin කොහෙද අහලා තියෙන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ? Yes. That is available on the in grade 8, I think. Yes. To minimize transpiration, yes, Sahil says upper epidermis of leaves. අපි කියන්නේ waxy cuticle කියලා. So waxy cuticle, that is made out of most probably cutin. So it is a lipid substance. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen are there in cutin. Harida, Olivia. Then hemoglobin. In hemoglobin, you know, heme is iron, globin is a protein. I have told you, heme is iron, globin is a protein. And now it does not have carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen as its structural elements. Amylase has, hemoglobin has. Keratin, once again, where do you find keratin?
Protein.
Yes?
Hair and in feathers.
In the nails, hair, feathers, that is also a protein, right? Keratin is a protein. Therefore, the answer is QT. 14 answer 2. එක වගේ නේද? Cutin, keratin. පටලවා ගන්න එපා. Which of the following is known as the tonoplast? What is it? The tonoplast.
Third one.
Yes, that is the membrane of the vacuole, outer cover of the outer boundary of the vacuole. That is the tonoplast. Hari. Then, an element does not have valency is, which does not have a valency.
Argon.
That is argon, yes, the
Argon.
noble gases. Noble gases, they don't form ions. They don't either remove electrons, gain electrons or keep electrons in common. Therefore, they don't have a valency. The answer is number 1, 61. Which group of element has highest electronegativity? Highest electronegativity. How the? According to its scale. On a scale
Falling
again.
scale.
On a scale the? Yes?
Falling scale.
Pauling scale. Pauling scale. එතකොට which group of element has the highest electronegativity? Group? Group 7. And fluorine
Group
has the
7.
highest electronegativity. Fluorine. The value is 4. ඊළඟට oxygen 3.5. Then nitrogen and chlorine 3. Right? So highest electronegativity is there for fluorine, that is in group 7. 17 answer 2. Then number 18. If you have any problem, ask, right? දැන් මොනවා හරි පළවෙනි පාඩම් පහෙන් තියෙන ප්‍රශ්න ඉවර කරගන්න ඕනේ. හරිද? ඒවා ඉස්සරහට තියාගෙන යන්න එපා. මොනවා හරි තියෙන ඒවා අහන්න. හරිද? ඔයාලන්ට පැහැදිලි වෙලා නැති දේවල් නැත්නම් any problem that you have, you can ask, right? How to solve these and move on. An organelle has the following features. Small organelles without a membrane. කියපු ගමන් කවද මතක් වෙන්නේ? Yes, without membranes. That is the ribosome, made up of large subunit and a small subunit, found freely in the cytoplasm or attached to the endoplasmic reticulum. Therefore, the organelle is ribosome. 18 answer for 19. Which of the following statement or statements are correct regarding displacement? Displacement. Correct. Displacement. It is a vector quantity. Then it has only a magnitude. No, it has both a magnitude and a direction. That is why it becomes a vector quantity. Standard unit of displacement is meter. Therefore, correct statements are only A and C. 19 answer 1.
Teacher,
Yes, Manushika.
teacher, the standard unit of displacement is S, na?
Meter. Standard unit of displacement. Symbol is S. Standard unit of measuring is the meter. Hari neda?
Okay.
Now, velocity, the standard unit of velocity, the symbol is V. Standard unit is ms minus 1. Right? Hari ne? Then, number 20. 2 kilogram mass of block of wood is pulled along a horizontal surface. So, this is 2 kilograms, right? When the block of wood just begins to move, the reading of the Newton balance is 12 newtons. What is the limiting frictional force? So, the reading of the spring balance is 12 newton. 12 newton is the force which is required to make a motion of this block. So, it says it just begins to move or it is about to move. In this instance, you know that the frictional force exerted is also 12 newtons, right? That is the limiting frictional force. No. Here, the force applied by the spring balance is 12 newton. In that instance, when we increase the applied force, this is the force applied and this is the frictional force. When we increase the applied force, the frictional force also increases. That is static frictional force. Then the frictional force reaches the maximum value possible. That is the limiting frictional force. In that instance, it is about to move. And we mentioned that this limiting frictional force includes the additional force which is required to give this a velocity. Right? So, what is the limiting frictional force? So, what do you say? Then when it is moving, the dynamic frictional force is applied. This is the limiting frictional force. So, now 12 newton is the value of the spring balance when it is about to move. And now friction, here the friction is applied and just begins to move when the reading is 12 newtons. And now what should be the limiting frictional force? Is it equal to 12, above 12 or less than 12? Yes. Limiting frictional force. What do you say?
12 newtons.
It is equal to 12 newtons. It is about to move, no limiting frictional force. That may sentence when the block of wood just begins to move, the reading of the Newton balance is 12 newtons. Right? So it begins to move when there is an unbalanced force acting on it, isn't it? So if there is a net force towards this direction, it will start the motion. Right? So when the spring balance Newton is 12 newtons, it just begins to move. So what is it? 12 newtons, above 12 or less than 12?
Less than
So yes, if they mention less than 12, that is the exact answer. Then metana 12 to ada adu answers ekai තියෙන්නේ. දැන් මෙතන about 12 කියලා කියනවා. හැබැයි less than 12 කියලා answer එකක් නැහැ. Therefore, we can select this 8 Newton answer. නැත්නම් it is equal to 12 කිව්වත් it just begins to move. When the Newton balance reading is 12 Newton, it just begins to move. So there should be an unbalanced force towards that direction, isn't it? Therefore, the answer we can select this 8 Newton. හැබැයි ඒකට 100% agree වෙන්න බෑ. If it said less than 12, it is the exact answer, right? Less than 12 Newtons. And we can't say that it is equal to 12 as well. හරි නේද? The exact answer is it should be less than 12. Hari. Then number 21. What would be the element denoted by letter X in the diagram? So you can see the electronic configuration of X is 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 6. So what could be this X?
Oxygen.
That should be oxygen. Yes, 2, 6 is oxygen. Which type of carbohydrate rich in germinating seeds? What is rich in
Maltose.
germinating seeds? That is
Maltose.
maltose. Stored starch is converted into maltose due to the action of enzyme amylase. That is why we mentioned that amylase is available in germinating seeds as well. The enzymes get activated when the seeds are immersed in water. The enzymes get activated. That is amylase. It converts starch into maltose. Velocity time graph for the motion of stone which was projected vertically upwards until it reaches the ground. The stone is thrown upwards, it reaches the maximum height. So that is a uniform deceleration like this, right? So we have drawn these graphs in the theory class. So this is a uniform deceleration, and when it reaches the maximum height, the velocity becomes 0. Then it moves to the opposite direction in an acceleration. Since it is the opposite direction, we have to extend the graph to the negative side. And therefore, the answer is the fourth one. If it is only for upward motion, only upward motion, only for upward motion. කිව්වා නම් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කොහොමද මේ පහළට එන graphs O level වලට අහන්නේ නැහැ. Only for the upward motion now it is a deceleration. It should be like this. Then only for downward motion now අඳින්න කිව්වොත් downward motion වලට විතරක් අඳින්න කිව්වොත් you know it is a yes, it is an acceleration, right? It is an acceleration starting from 0. For the overall motion, you have to draw something like this. This is for the overall motion. හරි නේද? graphs තුනක් ඔන්න පෙන්නලා තියෙනවා. This is for the overall motion. This is only for the upward motion, and this is only for the downward motion. හරිද? ඔය ඕන විදිහකට අහුවාම පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනේ. Once you understand the theory. Given below are the features and uses of some elements. Produce the yellow color flame. It is used to produce ammonia. Yellow flame එකක්. Howද? Yellow flame. A unique yellow flame is there. For? Sodium vapor lamps yellow flame. It is used to produce ammonia. කවුද? Nitrogen.
Nitrogen.
It is used to produce sulfuric acid. That is
Sulfur.
sulfur. එතකොට A, B, C respectively sodium, nitrogen, sulfur. That is the second answer. 24 answer 2. හරි නේද මේ මේවා ඔයගලන්ට ඕනනම් note down කරගන්න අපි theory class එකේ කතා කරලා තියෙනවා. So these days the temperature is excessively high නේද? So we all are supposed to drink excess water, right? වෙනදා බොනාට වඩා වැඩිපුර වතුර බොන්න නැත්නම් දැන් එන්න ඉස්සරහට තව වැඩි වෙනවා කියලා කියනවා වතුරත් නැති වෙයි කියලා කියනවා because El Nino condition, activation of El Nino. Means we have to save water as well as we have to drink enough water. නැත්නම් හරි අමාරුයි නේද දැන් there are certain infections as well. I also have something like a throat infection. ඉතින් අර headaches එහෙම එන්න පුළුවන් ඒ නිසා හොඳට වතුර බොන්න. Keep yourself hydrated and minimize the exposure to sunlight. And සමහර schools වල නම් මම දැක්ක sports එහෙමත් after school like හේතු දෙකම නිසා because of the fuel crisis and also the excessive temperature. Outdoor sports activities after school sessions are cancelled in some of the schools, right? ඔයගොල්ලන්ට අවු ඉන්න වෙනවා නම් පුළුවන් තරම් වතුර බොන්න පරිස්සමින් ඉන්න. Right, number 25. Weight of a person on the earth is 600 Newton. The weight of that person on moon is 100 Newton. What is the reason for the difference? Now here you are not given a calculation, you ask the reason. What is the reason? The acceleration due to gravity is 6 times less in moon when compared to the earth. The gravity of the earth is equal to the gravity of the moon, not equal. No gravity of the moon, no, there is gravity. The gravity of moon is greater than the gravity of the earth. Never, it is less than. Gravity of the earth is greater than the gravity of the moon. It is 6 times greater when compared to the moon. Oh, on moon, the gravity is 6 times lesser than that of the earth. Right? So the mass would be the same, but the weight changes because of the difference in the acceleration due to gravity. On earth, it is G. On moon, it is G divided by 6. 1/6 into G. An instance where Newton's third law is applied. What is it? Motion of a satellite. Motion of a vehicle in a straight line, swimming, striking a carom disc. What is it? Newton's third law.
Swimming.
When swimming. Motion of a satellite. Actually, a satellite, launching of a rocket, that is true. But when the satellite is moving, that is a horizontal movement. Most probably that is in the space, right? So it is not according to Newton's third law, right? Water soluble and fat soluble vitamins respectively. What are the water soluble vitamins?
Vitamin B and C.
B and C. Fat soluble ones?
A, D, E, and K.
A, D, E, K. Right. The water soluble one and fat soluble vitamins respectively.
C and D.
The C and D. Third answer. 2 glucose, A plus B. Select the correct response for A and B's respectively. Yes. Maltose plus maltose plus water. Maltose plus water. Right, 2 glucose molecules combine, releasing a water molecule and form maltose, and the released water molecule is shown here. 28 answer 2. Hari neda? Yes, Sasen? No response at all. Harida Sasen? Sasen, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Hari, 29 and 30 are based on the following velocity time graph. So what can we say? So here this is a uniform acceleration and a uniform velocity. Rate of change of velocity during the first 4 seconds, that is the acceleration. So you can find the gradient of the graph. So the final velocity is 20, initial is 0, time duration is 4, 20 divided by 4, that is 5 ms minus 2. 19 answer 4. If the mass of this moving object is 3 kilograms, what is the unbalanced force acting on it during the first 4 seconds? F equals ma, 3 into 5, that is 15 newtons. 30 answer 1. Hari neda? F equals ma. Yes, Anuti, any problem? Ketika muna ambulu ne. Huh? What went wrong? 3,
No, madam.
3 into 5, that is 15. Hari, put marks out of 30. Out of 30. Is there anyone who has got 30? No one? 29? 29? Ah, okay, well done. What went wrong? Yanuli, Disini and Dihen. Kadda Disini Varadune? And Hiruchi also. Which one Disini?
The 20th one.
20th one. Yanuli?
The 14th one.
14th. Dihen 20th. Hiruja?
15.
Hari. Okay, answer this written type of question now. Okay, Tihansa, I will share the record.
Thank you, Miss.
You mentioned, I think you have gone wrong in that. I think the one. This question I will explain it once again. මේ බලන්න මෙතන මේ question එකෙත් පොඩි wording වල error එකක් තියෙනවා. මොකද මම එදා when I was teaching the theory part I told you you had used the exact term. When the limiting frictional force is applied the object is about to move කියලා නේද? About to move කියන්නේ සිංහලෙන් නම් මම එදා කිව්වා move වෙන්න ඔන්න මෙන්න අවස්ථාව කියලා. ඒ කියන්නේ technically it is at rest but it is in the next instance it will move, right? So about to move again technically it is at rest, right? එතකොට මෙන්න මෙතන just begins to move කියලා තියෙන හින්දා පොඩි ගැටලුවක් තියෙනවා. About to move කියන එකද මේක move වෙන්න පටන් ගත්තා කියන එකද කියන එක ගැටලුවක්. දැන් අපි if I explain the theory part, so when the දැන් මෙතන මම වචනෙම ලියන්න applied force, when the applied force is less than the frictional force, less than the friction, the object is at rest. So what is the friction applied there? What is the name of the frictional force? Yes, when the applied force is less than the friction or the friction is greater than that. What is it? Static frictional force. Static frictional force. Again, මෙතන greater කියන්නත් බෑ. So these two are, yes. So when one increases, the other one also increases accordingly. The other one also increases accordingly. When the applied force increases, friction also increases. The object does not move. Therefore, that is known as the static frictional force. Harida, in the next instance, when the applied force is equal to the friction, the object is about to move. The object is about to move. Then what is the friction exerted there? Yes. What is
Limiting frictional.
That is the limiting frictional force. Limiting frictional force. Limiting frictional force. right? Hari. Then when the applied force is greater than the friction, the object moves. The object moves, right? Then what is the friction exerted? That is the, oh, what is it? When the object
Dynamic.
is moving, that is dynamic frictional force. Dynamic frictional force. Then මෙතන මම ගත්තේ it is about to move කියන්නේ the limiting frictional force. So the force exerted, they say that it is 12 Newton. So I told you the exact answer should be if it is about to move. මොකද්ද වෙන්න ඕනේ? Yes. About to move කියලා ගත්තා නම් it is equal to 12. ඊළඟට it just begins to move කිව්වා නම් begins to move කියන්නේ move වෙනවා කියලා හිතුවොත්. Yes. Dynamic frictional force. So it is moving. So the applied force is greater than the friction. Therefore, if the applied force is 12, I just told that it should be less than 12 කියලා මම කිව්වේ. So less than 12 කියලා less මෙතන above 12 කියලා answer එකක් තියෙනවා. හැබැයි less than 12 කියලා answer එකක් නැහැ. ඒ නිසා 12ට වඩා අඩු answer එකක් තියෙන 8 නිසා මම මේක underline කළා. හැබැයි ඒක it is not the exact answer. It should be less than 12. හරිද? මෙතන මෙන්න මේ just begins to move කියන එකේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා. එතන තිබුණා නම් it is about to move කියලා ඔන්න අපිට කිසි ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැතුව 12 නිව්ටන් කියන answer එක ගන්න තිබුණා. තේරුණාද? එතන ප්‍රශ්නේ පොඩි අහන විදිහේ ගැටලුවක් තියෙනවා. මම දැන් දෙන්නෙක්ම අර 19 ගත්ත අයගෙන් දෙන්නෙක්ම මේක තමයි වැරදුනා කියලා කිව්වේ. ඒ නිසා ඔයගොල්ලෝ එච්චර worry වෙන්න එපා. එතන ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා. හරිද? ඔන්න ඔයගොල්ලන් මේක note down කරගන්න. ඊට පස්සේ මම අපි කර හිටිය question එකට යන්නම්. හරිද? Shall we move on to the question once again? About to move කියන්නේ ඇත්තටම technically it is at rest කියන එකම තමයි, but it is about to move. හරි නේද? Shall I erase? අනේ erase කළා.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
Teacher, when they're asking to write the law related, should we just write the name of the law or should we explain it?
Better to write both. Right? What is the law කියලා අහන්න නැතුව write the law කිව්වහම most probably they expect you to give it in the wording, right? Therefore, you'd better to
Okay,
write
teacher.
both. Yes, finished. Further. Just hands up those who are still writing. No one. Hurry. Then let's check the answer. Hurry, ned. Balamu. So here it says below is an experiment setup to verify one of Newton's laws of motion. Right? Stretched rubber band. We discussed this. The trolley, 2 rubber bands. Here the force exerted is F. Here the force exerted is 2F. So which trolley moves with high acceleration when releasing the stretched rubber band? That is, yes, figure the second one, second trolley, this one. Give the reason for the answer mentioned in question 1. The reason is the force is the force exerted is in instance 2 is greater than instance 1. The force exerted in instance 2 is greater than instance 1. In figure 1, the above activity was performed by connecting an extra mass with the trolley. In figure 1, the above activity was performed by connecting an extra mass with the trolley. What happens to the acceleration? So what happens to the acceleration when the mass increases? The acceleration
Decrease.
reduces or decreases. Yes. Write the law related with this with the above activity. That is Newton's
Second law.
second law. If you mention it in words, the acceleration is
An object is directly proportional to
the
unbalanced
acceleration is
force.
directly proportional to the
Unbalanced force.
unbalanced force, and the acceleration is inversely proportional to the
Mass.
mass. Newton's second law. The acceleration is directly proportional to the force. That is why we mentioned that in the second one, the acceleration is high. Then we said that when an additional mass is exerted, the acceleration reduces. That is because the acceleration is inversely proportional to the mass. Answer for the second one, dahanne. So this is instance 2. The answer is the force exerted is greater than the first instance. Force exerted is greater than the first instance. Right? Force exerted is greater than the first instance. The acceleration reduces. Acceleration reduces. In figure 2, if the mass of the trolley is 25 kilograms and the applied force is 20 Newton, what is the acceleration? So F equals ma. So the force is 20 newtons. Mass is said to be 25. Mass is 25. Then you have to find out the acceleration. So 5 into 5, 5 into 4. So A equals 4 divided by 5, that is 0.8 ms minus 2. Did you get the answer? You can put marks. This one 2 marks, 2, 2, 2, 2 for each.
Teacher,
Yes.
teacher, I got 1.25.
1.25 here. How come? So F equals ma, force is 20 Newton, mass is 25 kilograms into A. So 5 into 5 and 5 into 4. එතකොට මෙතනින් අපිට එන්නේ A equals 4 divided by 5. Right? 4 divided by 5 කියන්නේ 5 divided by 4 වුණා නම් 1.25. And the 4 divided by 5 is 0.8. හරිනේ?
Okay, teacher.
Shall I erase? Hari. Then part B. A block of wood placed on the table was connected with a spring balance and the horizontal force was applied on it. The figure below shows the variation of the frictional force exerted on the block against the applied horizontal force. Right. What is the value of limiting frictional force? What is the value of limiting frictional force here?
6 newtons.
That is 6 newtons. So you know A is the static frictional force. In this instance, static frictional force is applied and the maximum frictional force is the limiting frictional force, that is 6 newtons. What are the factors influencing the limiting frictional force? Two factors are there.
Nature of contacting surface.
Nature of the contacting surface, and what is the other one? Perpendicular reaction, at the normal reaction. Right, nature of contacting surface. Then second one is the normal reaction. Then what type of frictional force is acting at B? That is dynamic frictional force, right? Dynamic frictional force. Give one beneficial effect of friction. Benefit.
Ability to walk without slipping.
Ability to walk without slipping. Yes. What else? Uses of friction. The ability to light up a matchstick, ability to generate fire. Then walking on rainy days with worn out footwear is dangerous. What is the reason? When the footwear is worn out, the friction becomes
Less.
since the footwear is also worn out and the surface of the ground is wet, the friction becomes reduces. Friction in between the contacting surfaces reduces. So, it may be slippery. අනේ වගේ අයිඩියා එකක් තියෙනවා නම් හරි. කියන්න බලන්න ඔයගොල්ලෝ ලියපු ආන්සර් එකක්.
Teacher, can I?
Yes. Yes, Pahani.
During rainy days, the friction is less, so the ground is slippery. Grooves have been added to the feet of the shoes to increase friction. If the footwear is also worn, it is too dangerous.
Okay. So on the sole of the shoe, there are better to say not the foot, that is the sole of the shoe, right? Sole of the shoe. So when the sole of the shoe is worn out and surface of the ground is also wet, the friction in between the contacting surfaces is less. Therefore, it is slippery. You have mentioned an answer close to that, having the same idea, then you will get 2 marks. So you can put marks out of 20. Yes, the answer says water acts as a lubricant, reducing friction and worn out soles, further reducing friction, making it, yes, making it slippery. Yes, correct. Alright, so the grooves are there on the sole of a shoe to increase the friction, right? When they are worn out, the friction reduces and a wet surface has further reduced friction. Therefore, it is slippery. Or the person can slide off. Right. Then once you get the exposure to more questions, then you will actually the theory part will be further emphasized and you become familiar with different types of questions as well. So in science actually, once you learn the theory, you have to try different types of questions to increase the exposure, and that's the only method to go for a good pass. For that, number 1 is remembering the theory part properly. Hari. එමනම් දැන් term test තියනවා නම් මේ දවස්වල you have to revise everything. සමහර ඒවා අමතක වෙලා තිබුණා නේද? first unit, third unit සමහර අයට අමතක වෙලා තිබුණා. ඉතින් මතක් කරගන්න මේ දවස් ටිකේ. And get ready for the term test. Some of you may have at the end of April, like some of you may be having these days. Anyway, you have to be prepared at any time. Hari. Then see you on Tuesday with the theory class, and next we are having the paper class on this Saturday morning, right? Don't forget, Saturday early morning 5:30 we have a session, right? Okay, stay safe and good night.
Thank you, teacher. Good
Thank you,
night, teacher.
teacher.
Thank you, teacher. Good night.